Bro, this asparagus is like totally organic, coming from the earth, like the ground, man. Mother Nature, bro. It like flows through my soul. On this video, we will be covering organic food, what does organic mean, and answering the question of is organic food healthier? At the end, we're going to discuss what foods are the most important to eat organic. Let's get started by answering the question of what does organic mean? Organic food is food produced with the standards of organic farming. Standards vary worldwide, but they generally mean food produced without the use of synthetic pesticides and fertilizers. Animal products only qualify as organic if they do not take antibiotics or hormones during their development. Now I should clarify, pesticides can be used by organic farmers on crops, just as long as they are derived from natural sources and are not synthetically created, which seems reasonable, because mass-producing crops without any pesticides would be a nightmare with wasted food in epic proportions. So now that we know what organic food means, we can move on to discussing is organic food healthier or not. First, let's get the obvious out of the way. As my homeboys over at ASAP Science so aptly put, just because a bag of chips has organic on the label does not make them healthy. Cookies, chips, and ice cream are not suddenly good for you because they are organic. But when people ask is organic food healthier, they are usually asking for a comparison of foods like veggies, fruits, and certain animal products, which leads us to an important point. The scientific data we have is actually very split on this issue. The reason? Money, money, money. Money! There is a lot of money to be had in this industry. Monsanto, the famous poster child for evil pesticide producers, makes over $4.5 billion in yearly sales and spends an average of $5 million a year on public lobbying. And it's not just them. People have been lobbying for and against organic food for a while now. Conflicts of interest seem to be the rule and not the exception. When most people say that organic is not healthier for you, they usually cite a Stanford review done in 2012 that came to the conclusion that organic foods are not more nutritious than conventional foods. Although the study did concede that organic does limit the exposure of pesticides and antibiotic-resistant bacteria. Unfortunately, the people doing this study received millions of dollars from Cargill, which has been linked to Monsanto, the pesticide company we just talked about. So that's a little weird. A new study published by the British Journal of Nutrition is the latest addition to the debate. It's the largest meta-analysis that has been published on this topic, covering 343 individual studies looking into organic food. One of the major conclusions found organic foods could boost a person's antioxidant intake by up to 40%. However, this study was funded by an organic farming charity. See what I mean about conflicts of interest? One thing in favor of eating organic that these studies cannot refute is reducing the amount of pesticides being ingested. On average, pesticides like cadmium had levels 400% lower, respectively, in organic produce than in conventional varieties. Since cadmium is a highly toxic metal that has been linked to an increased risk of everything from Alzheimer's disease, cardiovascular disease, and hormone disruption, it's probably a good idea to minimize the amount of cadmium in your diet. Other studies have also linked pesticide exposure in children to ADHD and other developmental problems like low IQ. But it's not just about us. Is organic food healthier for our planet? Unfortunately, there's no real clear-cut answer to this question. Organic farming has more fertile soil, uses less energy, and is more profitable for farmers. However, non-organic crops have higher yields and help to reduce erosion. It's a bit of a toss-up. So, health nerd, are organic foods healthier for you? I'd have to say yes. In some studies, they have slightly more nutrients and do minimize our exposure to synthetic pesticides, antibiotics, and hormones added to what we eat. All things equal, organic would be healthier for you. So should everyone eat organic? It depends. Cost is an issue for many people, so if you're going to spend those hard-earned dollar bills buying organic, keep these three things in mind. Number one, it seems animal products are more important to buy organic than veggies. Because prolonged exposure to both antibiotics and hormones is clearly harmful to our health, focus on organic animal products first. I know this can be expensive, so number two, frozen organic foods are always a little cheaper. Organic fruits, veggies, and meats can usually be found in the freezer section these days. Number three, use the Clean 15 and Dirty Dozen list for fruits and veggies. Some fruits and veggies require more pesticides to grow than others. The Clean 15 are non-organic foods that have minimal pesticide exposure. Avocados, sweet corn, pineapples, cabbage, frozen sweet peas, onions, asparagus, mangoes, papayas, kiwi, eggplant, honeydew, grapefruit, cantaloupe, and cauliflower. The Dirty Dozen, on the other hand, are foods that have a lot of pesticide load if consumed non-organic. These foods are strawberries, apples, nectarines, peaches, celery, grapes, cherries, spinach, tomatoes, sweet bell peppers, cherry tomatoes, and cucumbers. My final tip is actually the most important because there's something you can do that seems to be just as good for you as eating organic, and that's eating foods in season. Foods in season have been proven to have more nutrients than out of season. For example, the vitamin C content in broccoli has been shown to be cut in half when picked out of season. So buying fruits and veggies local and in season is your best option. I'll link a good produce guide in the description so you can see which produce is in season right now. So in summary of is organic food healthier? Yes, it probably is a safer bet. Local, fresh picked food is always the healthiest option. If you're balling on a budget, animal products are more important than getting veggies organic. Use the list of Clean 15 and the Dirty Dozen. Before you go, if you wouldn't mind leaving a like and a short comment on the video, we'd really appreciate it. Every comment and like we get in our videos helps our small channel grow. Even a short comment like the Health Nerd is my Corona and lime helps us more than you know. And rumor has it, for every new subscriber we get, a cute pygmy hippopotamus is born. So please subscribe to the Health Nerd for healthy tips and tricks backed by science. If weight loss is something you're interested in, you can also check out our online e-course, The Science of Fast Weight Loss. It's both a fast fat loss program that I created and an e-course designed to help you get quick results with science and get your learn on about fat loss. It's pretty awesome. Links will be in the description and on this screen. Cheers.